it's Christy here, back again with another Project Life Process video. This one is for June 13th to the 19th, and initially I had picked some cards from Gossamer Blue, but then started recording and decided to switch it up. So that's why you notice that my corners have already been rounded. So I just swapped out a few cards that I had initially chosen for some cut aparts from the Sunshine and Happiness collection from Simple Stories. Along with that top right hand corner pocket is filled with just a piece of pattern paper from that same collection. But all the 3x4 cards, aside from the little girl cut apart on the left hand side, are all from Gossamer Blue, their Life Pages kit for July. So I'm just going through some embellishments now. I had this huge bowl of stuff on my desk that when I cleaned up my room last week, I just kind of threw everything into this big bowl. So in this bowl I have ephemera packs from Maggie Holmes Bloom, a Dear Lizzy ephemera pack, and then also the Simple Stories Sunshine and Happiness pack, along with just some random stuff that was on my desk, like these vellum hearts from 7 Paper. So for this week, I wanted to go with Bright and Fun. I absolutely love this collection from Simple Stories, and I just keep using it. So I thought it paired really nicely with this 3x4 card with the chevron stripes, and so that's kind of where my colors came from initially, and I just kind of ran with it. So lots of pinks and yellows, a little bit of black, and a little bit of this reddish color as well. So I just found this this tag, and then this swan, which I believe they're both from the Maggie Holmes Bloom ephemera pack. And then I also brought in this puffy giraffe sticker from Amy Tangerine. I've been really into puffy stickers lately, and then these Amy Tangerine ones just keep sitting on my desk, and so I'm just kind of using them on everything. We went to the zoo this week, so I thought it was appropriate that I could use some of these weird animals that keep appearing in collections. So I layer those on, and I really love the way that came together. I added some pop dots underneath, and then that swan was sitting up a little bit too high, so I cut off the giraffe's legs. Because, yeah. That camera on the 3x4 card to the right is from the Dear Lizzy pack, and I just added another puffy sticker there in the middle just to bring in some more of that blue color to the layout. And I'm just checking my dates now and deciding what alphas I want to use. There's not a ton of gray in the cards and papers, so I decided to bring it in the alphas. And my title card is pretty simple initially, and then I add some extra stuff towards the end. But I wanted to bring in some more black, so I bring in my favorite embellishments of all time, these vellum hearts from 7 Paper. So I just adhere that down. I add my alphas, and then I decide that it just needs a little bit more, something extra, something textured. So I decide to bring in this baker's twine. That is just from the dollar store, and I just wrap it around a couple times just to create kind of a crisscross effect. I add a ton of washi in behind just to tack it in place, and then I'm going to layer my alphas just right on top. So just to add a little bit more texture, a little more interest, and to bring in the twine again. I used it on the tag there with the giraffe, but yeah. So I just had to do some modifications to my alphas. I just took a F and made it into an E just by using a little hyphen there that I trimmed down. Now I'm using these alphas, these typewriter alphas, which I believe are also from 7 Paper. and just spelling out zoo fun. Even though I have 2 sheets of these alphas, I'm kind of running out of certain letters, so I had to make do with what I had. And I'm also using these cut aparts from Citrus Twist again for this week's layout. If you saw my last layout video, you'll see some of the same products kind of reoccurring, which happens because I don't really clean up my desk after. I just keep piling it on, and so I just use whatever I see. But I also do make an effort to kind of go through my bowls and my packages and that sort of thing as well. So I just cut apart this little piece that says "This is joy," which is pretty funny to me because uh, the girl beside my daughter looks like less than happy. And then on the cut apart as well, it says, what does it say? I can't see it. What does it say? Make no mistake. Make no mistake, this is joy. So I thought that's pretty cute, and it brought in some black again. I added a little label and a brad that says hot, hot, hot because I think that picture of me is pretty hilarious. Yeah, I like to use embellishments like that just to bring a little bit of humor to the spread. Just cutting out some labels. I really need to make an effort to have the cut apart sheets and the printables that I receive from Gossamer Blue. I need to have them printed at my local office supply store. I don't have a printer, but every month Gossamer Blue sends out a free printable sheet with labels and things like that. And these Citrus Twist ones were pretty perfect and had the colors I needed. So that was a happy accident, but I really should be printing the Gossamer Blue ones as well. So I'm just adding the date stamps now. A lot of these photos on this side of the layout are from the Saturday, and so I just kind of sprinkle that date around a little bit just so that it's clear. Do a tiny little bit of journaling. I'm going to have a journaling card hidden on the opposite side of the layout just because this is a pretty photo heavy week and I wanted to include lots of bright fun colors and not so much the written journaling to be viewed. Not that it's like overly personal or anything, I just didn't want that look, I guess, for this week. Now we're on to the left-hand side, and so I really love that girl cut apart, and it really has no significance to this side of the layout, but I just had to use her. She's so cute, and there's a lot of embellishments with her face throughout the collection, so I wanted to use it, and I'm happy that I did. So this card, 3x4 card says Rise Shine, and I wanted it to say Rise and Shine. This week was my first week off of work, kind of going on an early medical leave before having the baby. In retrospect, I'm really glad I did that because my baby came early. And so anyways, this week was a week when I just did lots of stuff around the house. And one of the things that I did was getting Nora's room ready and finished. She had been in her big girl room for about a month at this point, but just kind of did some finishing touches. Hung canvas, hung some shelving, bought a bookshelf, all that kind of stuff. So what I did was I just took part of the cut apart that was a circle. It had a phrase on there already, but I just covered it up with some of those alphas that I used on the opposite side, but this time in a white, just because I didn't have some of the letters that I needed. So I just layered that on. So now it says Rise and Shine, kind of making reference to the bedroom theme, waking up, all that kind of stuff. And then I added some adhesive brads and some enamel shapes just to add some more interest to that, you know, I love the font, but it's pretty plain card, so just kind of jazz it up a bit. Then I'm bringing in the thickers again and spelling out new bed, and then using a cut apart again that says this is it. So again, just kind of highlighting one of the big moments in our week, which getting Nora's room ready, and finally like completing all the little finishing touches. So sorry about all the little transitions there and my camera cutting out. My memory card had filled, so I had to my anyway, the camera kept turning off and I wasn't really paying attention. So there you see my hidden journaling spot in behind, and I just added one of those paper clips from Chamel to just draw attention to it, add a little bit of journaling, and then off camera later I'm going to do my journaling in behind. And now I'm just going to see the two layouts side by side, just adding a little doodle to that cut apart from the Sunshine and Happiness collection. And yeah, right now I'm just kind of piling up my embellishments just because I know there's some things on the right hand side that I did not use on the left, like puffy stickers and things. And then on the left I used some of these chipboard pieces, so I wanted to bring them in to the right. So I just add a little bit to this tile card, this chipboard piece from Pink Fresh Studios that says this is truly epic. And then I'm adding some more of these enamel shapes in orange and white. And I wanted another orange one, so I went to the Rise and Shine card and just took one from there because I only had one left. And now I'm trying to find somewhere to put some puffy stickers because I used two puffy stickers on the right hand side, so I want to make sure that I brought them in to this side. So nothing really was working, so I decided to use these leaves and just add them to this flower card. The colors aren't that great of a match, but I still want to tie it in. And now I'm just looking for a place to put some more brads and don't really find anything, but I do find this chipboard piece and I like the way that looks. Thank you so much for watching.